I think we can all relate to this. There are many situations where you say to yourself, I wish I'd have known. I could have saved myself a lot of money. Such is the case with moving into a senior living facility. Elder Advisors can help you. Their slogan, don't go broke in a nursing home. Do something, be proactive. Larry Weiss is back, ladies and gentlemen.
He's back. We missed him so much yesterday.
Happy New Year, Kentuckiana.
He's the owner, he's the president, he's the founder of Elder Advisors. Larry, welcome back. Love the tie sock combo. You're looking good.
Epiphany is tomorrow. The wise men are showing up tomorrow. That's for you religious people. For you pagan people, disregard what I just said. But we're having fun with that. Hey, would you focus, please? It is Happy New Year time. You know, it's a better day because I'm in the room with Kentuckiana's erstwhile favorite TV personality, John Ramsey.
Wow, he's ready to go today.
And you know what? Let me tell John, let me tell you how it is.
Okay, tell me how it is.
I'm going to tell you, baby. Tammy says don't interrupt. Kentuckiana, Tammy's the producer. She runs the show.
I'm zipping it.
So anyway, you know, we're doing our workshops next week, and I checked with Kentuckiana's only weatherman, Kevin Harnett, Wave 3 Weather. Kevin has assured us we're going to have beautiful temperate weather for the people to come out to the workshops. Wait a minute, Tammy. Tammy, I told you about my New Year's resolution. No, I can't. All right. I told Tammy, the show's producer, that I had a New Year's resolution, and I'm going to break it on live television.
Whoa, this is like bigger than like Harry's new book, you know, Prince Harry's new book.
Bring the children in. Yeah. Bring the children in, because I promised this year, 2023, I would go an entire year on live television and never comment on how incredibly good looking you are, John Ramsey. I mean, you just bring it.
Not even one segment.
I mean, your tone, your jacket, the way the jacket falls, everything about you. You're the, wait for it, total package. Love John Ramsey. Back to the show.
Let's talk about a workshop. Who wants to talk about a workshop?
All right, Lindsay Fleming.
I want to talk about a workshop.
I want to talk about Lindsay Fleming. She's my boss.
He is on his game. Okay, Senior Vice President Lindsay Fleming here. Okay, you have workshops.
Yes.
There are answers to a lot of questions that people are sooner or later going to have to deal with, right?
Yes. And we haven't had a workshop since October, so it is time, Kentuckiana. It's time to come out.
Freeworkshop.com.
It's free. There's no pressure. You know, we're not like getting a whole lot of personal information at the door, like, oh, I don't want to go, because there is no reason not to go. There is no reason not to go. It's entertaining. It's fast-paced.
I have no idea what she means by that one.
It's entertaining. Larry will be there. But you get a lot of questions answered. It's just some information. Y'all, come out. If it's not for you, you can leave. It's an hour of your time. Like, seriously, it's an hour. But I think what you'll find is that there are things that apply to you, whatever stage of life you're in. So you may be in that crisis plan where you've got a loved one who's in a nursing facility. You may be writing checks for $9,000, $10,000, $11,000 a month. You just may be like, hey, I'm thinking about retiring in the next 4 to 5 years. What do I need to do? There's something for you there too. So it's very important to come out to the workshops and just take a look, just have a listen, see if there's anything we can do for you.
Yes, indeed. Well said, Lindsay. And we have a lot of fun, but with that being said, there's something you're very serious about, and that is saving people a lot of money, because if you don't know the rules, believe me, they'll just take your checks and go, hey, we're all happy, right? But if you know have the knowledge that you have and all your team, talk about what you do exactly there for those who are not familiar.
Well, it is true. And once again, you've demonstrated to the community why you are, you ask the hard questions, not the powder puff questions. You are the television personality for all things television for Kentucky. And John Ramsey, Wave 3. Catch it at noon, Wave 3.
Thank you, Larry.
So in any event, it is good news, because for a husband and wife, if one spouse goes into care, we can protect all the assets. Now, there's people out in Kentucky and now listening, go, wait a minute, folks, that's barbershop law. Please disregard. It's almost
all the assets.
Yeah, you know, husband and wife, I'll have people coming in. The husband's in care. The wife is really stressed out. Her daughter brought her in. The wife is convinced she's going to have to sell the house, move in with the daughter, because she's being governed by all the barbershop law or the beauty shop law. And it's always negative. You know, we thrive in a negative world. It's always bad news, bad news, bad news. They want to tear you down. That doesn't have to happen if you know the right people. And I would suggest elder advisors are the right people, because so much of this is a financial component at the kitchen table. So for husband and wife, we can protect all the assets. For a single person, we can protect about half of the assets. But honestly, more than the money, I'm concerned about time. Time is our most precious commodity, and that's the element that I'm most concerned about in my personal life and in my professional life. It's the time. Money's one thing, but it's the time, and to take the stress off your shoulders. These kids come in, we had a couple coming in yesterday from I can say Bardstown. Bardstown's part of Kentucky, Nelson County. They came up, and they're in their early 60s, and they're just drained. You know, they're drained. You know, they're convinced they're going to lose the house. That's not the case. There's all kinds of things. We had there's 7 of us working with elder advisors, and so we were doing that and sitting down just to give them that peace of mind to take the weight off the shoulders. So it's not just the money, it's the weight off the shoulders. And so families have someone to call on a Saturday afternoon when they get this goofy piece of mail, or someone's calling from the facility and they have a question about mom's dietary concerns. Lindsay can kind of take care of that. So it is money, but it's also peace of mind.
I love hearing that.
We have a 4 o'clock coming in today, and we're kind of squeezing her in, but her mom's at a facility and called yesterday and said she's got to go. She's got to go, and they can't take care of her at home. And I mean, that's a real crisis plan.
Yeah.
And we make ourselves available to meet with those folks, and I can't wait to sit down with that family and just say, here's how we can help.
You said something right there, Larry, and you said it yesterday, Lindsay, so let's talk a little bit more about this. I don't think people realize, you talk about time, how many layers there are, and that's why you guys have expanded. Yesterday, we had a senior real estate agent on, and you guys take care of placement. You're talking about dietary needs, whatever the case may be. Talk about some of the layers, because I think folks would, if they approach elder advisors, it does take the weight off your shoulders on all of these different things, and there's many.
Yeah, and I was taking a phone call on the way in, and I have a client who was at an assisted living and needed to go to skilled nursing care, and so there's a lot of logistics, right? Well, is there a bed? Well, there was her bed at the assisted living, but then there's a bed at the facility, and then the chair, and then the medicines, and she was at the hospital, and then do we call this agency in? And both the facility that she was at, the facility she's going to, both great facilities. The son's involved, but he's tired, right? And there's just what I serve as a care coordinator and as a board certified patient advocate is to just kind of pull all of those together, right? So I'm just, let me make that phone call for you. Let me text that person. Let me get the answers for you, because he's over there waiting to clean out an apartment. That's very important.
And still trying to work.
And trying to work, and it's just people are exhausted, and it's like that's our job, right? We're taking the weight of the shoulders of these adult children that are trying to deal with the logistics and everything. It's maddening. I mean, it's exhausting, and for me, it doesn't feel like work because I love it, and it energizes me, and it's a blessing to be able to do.
And I know you feel the same way, Larry. It's rewarding to help people, and not only save them money, as you said, to make them feel better. When you go to one of these workshops, in the next segment, we're going to talk more about that. That's a big difference. When you walk in, you're going, I have all these questions. It's a little overwhelming. And how do they feel when they walk out, Larry?
Worst case scenario, they feel better than they did when they walked in.
Best case scenario?
Best case scenario, they're relieved. And if they're crying, it's tears of joy because they realize they've got somewhere.
We've seen that. We've seen that. That happens a lot. I mean, then they're weeping when they come in, and they're weeping when they leave because they're breathing deep. I mean, you can literally see their shoulder.
I've got someone I can call.
Yes, I've got someone, an expert.
I've got somebody in my corner
who is networked in and can contact the right people and get answers quickly. Okay, again, elder advisors. We'll talk more about these workshops that you see on the screen. Talk about some of the questions that you can answer, that you'll have answered there. Talk about some of the experts that will be available. That's next on Wade Listens.